This is South Africa, one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Astonishing views, incredible wildlife and a rainbow of people. South Africa, the cradle of man. But it can't be enjoyed by everyone. Most of the black community live in the townships. Unemployment, poverty and disease feed on each other. 25% of the total population is infected with AIDS. Every day 1,000 people die of AIDS, and every day more and more AIDS orphans are facing the world on their own.
If I can make my silence understood, we could be on the brink of...
We're on our way to KwaZulu-Natal, Zulu country, where once great Zulu leader Shaka Zulu stood up with only 200 warriors against 2,000 British soldiers. But that's history. Now this is the homeland of rock star Jason Hartman, the first winner of Idol South Africa 2009.
I feel like I should. Sometimes
We meet Jason at the family farm.
Jason,
How you doing, my friend?
so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Thank
you
you for
too.
inviting us into your humble home, the beautiful farm in this beautiful area on a lovely day.
I'm very lucky and very blessed to be out here in Bolivia.
Yeah,
Of course, we go inside and meet the rest of the family.
would be great.
Let's do it. Hey, Jay, how's it? It's my father, Sam. How you doing? Very well, man. This is the daily work of lifestyle of in the
Sam,
garden.
how are you doing?
Nice to meet you, my brother.
Yep, this is Ndugu here. He helps us out. He's been with us for a good 15, 17 years now as a brother. And we're doing, as you can see, the spinach. We've got some lettuce, beetroot, onions. We like to keep our food fresh and natural and organic. It's important for us.
Your father looked like a rock star.
He is a rock star. He actually plays guitar in my band. We tour the country together, and you'll meet my brother as well just now. He plays the drums. Yeah, we're very blessed to have. We keep it in the family, almost like a trade.
Sam played in a cover band during the 80s, and he taught his two sons, Scott and Jason, everything he knew about music. For 5 years they played as a family in their band across South Africa. Sam and Jason play the guitar, and Scott is playing the drums.
I was away from home a lot. So when I came home weekends, every bit of spare time I had, I actually spent with both boys and took them out into the mountains, fishing, to the coast, as he says, to the Berg, and introduced them to outdoor life.
Being in nature, Sam always teaches his children to respect nature and help to protect it. And they inhaled his words as if they were their own.
Break the silence, holding on to you. Hello, brother man. How's it, man? Sam.
When Jason introduced me to his brother Scott,
Hi.
I immediately saw the family's love for nature. There was a rare chameleon sitting on a branch in the tree, and everyone was excited.
They feed on little flies, grasshoppers, butterflies. But the habitat destruction is what's put them on the red data list. So they're very rare.
I thought Jason's hobby was riding the bike with beautiful girls, but I was wrong.
This is one of my favourite hobbies I've been doing for the last 15, 20 years now. This is a stinkwood, an indigenous tree that we collected in the mountains. We actually saved it from a plantation that was being cut down, took it out, and it's now good 15, 16 years old. There's a few other ones here as well. This is my passion bonsai trees. We also have this beautiful farm that we live on. It's a game farm with beautiful specimens. We've got zebra, we've got eland, wildebeest, impala. They're all part of this whole thing. So this entire farm is actually a conservation, it's a conservancy. We've got a dam below us here. This is where we go fly fishing in the evening. Also one of my other hobbies I love to do. gets me out into nature. I like to be in nature. It's my personal freedom, and I connect and think a lot about the things that I'm doing, the songs that I'm writing, lyrics. I get inspired through nature. So everything I do is focused on that, the nature within myself, and I find it best when I'm outside.
Being in nature with the sound of music every day. What a life.
Right, this is my family. Sam, Scott, myself, you met us earlier on. We're going to sing a little song written by Crosby, Stills and Nash, one of our favourite bands. It's called Helplessly Hoping, and it's about being together as a family, sticking through it. This is how it goes.
With the success and fame that came with winning Idols, Jason Hartman started to think how he could help the poor people in the townships. Millions of South Africans live under similar conditions. There's no food, there's AIDS, and there's no work. In some of the townships, like here at Elandsdorn, they already teach women how to make their own healthy vegetable garden. But since it hardly rains in South Africa, the soil is very dry. So they need to water the land every day. And not everyone has its own piece of land. Jason's father Sam came up with a brilliant idea for growing vegetables in a different way.
This is actually the gardening project here. You can see inside here. This building was ruined many years ago. What we do is we take old tires that we use on our motor vehicles that are thrown out into our environments and into the country, and we basically just modify them slightly and turn them into containers that we plant food in. As you can see how these plants have grown, they're very successful. Okay, as you can see here, this is a good example of a tire garden. There's a whole lot of different plants. We don't just plant one species. There's a reason for that. We plant different species. Here you can see the cauliflower here. We've got spinach over here. If you move across here, you can see there's some onions growing. There's lettuce. There's more cauliflower. So we're offering a vast variety of plants in a small area. This all helps with retarding pests. Pests come through. They take out, if you plant in monoculture, which is cabbage, 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 what you're doing then is you're just introducing all the bugs to the same plant. They just take you out. So you have to use pesticides. This confuses them because you've got a cauliflower here, you've got an onion there, so they don't really know what to do. It's just a nice way of doing it. And as you can see, the success of it, they grow really well in the tires. So we're offering people a vast variety of food and herbs that they can plant in a small area to feed themselves and their families successfully. That's an example of it. This is a good example here of a young garden. This is less than a month, and we've got all this growth here. We have a tomato plant, we've got lettuces here, cabbages here, spinach here, and we've got onions all around the border. And then on this side here, you can see as it goes, there's different plants here. We've got pumpkins, different strains of lettuces, different strains of beetroots, and in the centre we've actually got eggplant, which is brinjal. So it's just an example of how you intermix your plants, 5 to 10 plants per tire, and it containerizes the soil as well that we found in the tires, so they warm up in the day, promoting the growth. Inside the tire, you can see we haven't even watered these, and the soil is moist because it containerizes. There's no loss of topsoil. So we find a lot of advantages by using these old tires. They help us in many ways.
The tire garden needs less water than a normal garden, but there's even a greater advantage.
And right now, this is on top of concrete. This is cement. There's no soil here at all. We've brought this in to prove to people that you can plant food on top of concrete, on old tar roads that aren't used anymore, on your roofs, and it's just an alternative solution to a lot of serious pollution.
Thanks to Jason and his family, a lot of people less fortunate will get hope for a better life.
I'm more than proud. I'm actually blessed to be working with your sons earning a living and doing what you love doing is more than any father could ever ask for.
All I know is that we will always remain musicians. We will always play together no matter where we are or whatever happens in life. And that's a very powerful tool as a family, is to have such an amazing gift musically and show the world that and create beautiful music and give that to the world. So I think we'll probably be doing this for a couple good, a few more years, eh? I wouldn't say we're going to be throwing ourselves out of this industry anytime soon. So yeah.
Being a pop star and idol in South Africa, Jason has to travel all over the country. Still, he makes time for the Tyre Garden project and his other great passion, Man of Trees.
And it's all over the world. It's been around since the 20s. And we basically look at educating people on the importance of trees, the conservation of forests, and the planting and rehabilitation of felled forests. So we're spreading the gospel of trees.
I can't scream out loud and say all the wrong things that I'm saying now.
Everything I'm doing today has been a dream that I've had for the last 7 years. And it's taken me a good 7 years to finally get to the point where it's action. It's getting from a dream state into a real state. And I think that's the bridge, that's the miracle for me, to actually watch my dreams happen. Men of the Trees come alive, to see my music, to play music again with my family and be in a situation where we are actually successful and we can actually spread our message from a position of strength. We've been in a position of weakness before, and it's very difficult to influence people from that place. And now we're at a point in our lives where we are actually in a strong position, and we're stronger now than we've ever been. And all I can say is that dreams are real if you believe in them, if you listen to them, and if you take them on and be serious about them and really analyze them and bring them. If you really believe in them, you can bring them into this reality. And I believe in that, and I've seen it, and I've seen miracles work just from the power of being positive, opening your mind, and literally getting rid of any negative thought that comes into your mind, separating that, cultivating a mind as if it was a garden of beauty and a garden of production. And that's where we're at this point. It's been 7 years of dreaming, and we've just started getting it into the reality, which I'm really excited about, because I want to see the dreams alive and well right here.
These incredible people make a difference in South Africa. You can also make a difference. Join Footsteps Travel Channel and see what you can do.